Hey there, it's Jenny from Southern Savers. I'm glad to have you all join me tonight. It's time for our Monday night Q&A. We didn't do one last Monday night because it was the national championship game, and living in South Carolina, it would just be kind of wrong to try to be doing something else other than watching. So I don't know whether your team won or not, but game's over, and now we can get back to saving money, basically. But I am glad to have you all join me. Tonight's plan is to talk about saving money on mobile apps. So as we get into all of that, you can leave comments right in the chat area. You can, leave your comments in the comment box on Facebook or in the chat on YouTube, either place. So you've got lots of places to leave your questions if you're watching this directly on Southern Savers, wherever. The goal is to be as accessible as possible. So sometimes for me, that means I've also got a lot of questions to catch. So give me a minute before I get to your question, before you hop off. Hang out for a second, and hopefully you'll learn something in the process while you wait for your question to get answered as well. So as I wait for questions to fill up, it's always fun to have a topic. And my plan this week was to talk about saving money on mobile apps, because the plan was also that I would have been on the NBC Nightly News tonight talking about saving on mobile apps. This segment got pushed to tomorrow night, so they don't line up perfectly anymore, but you can tune in tomorrow night if you want, and you'll catch Saving Money on Mobile Apps again on NBC Nightly News, which is really fun. It's a national news segment. They came to our house and filmed this week, or last week, I guess, which was a fun get ready for the nightly news. My sweet mother-in-law came in and helped me clean. You know, it's a crisis moment when you call your mother-in-law and confess at how dirty your house is. So it's fun that it will happen. It's just not going to happen until tomorrow. So we're going to go ahead and talk about apps today, though, and you can just watch again if you want to learn even more. It's only a 3-minute segment probably for the news, so we'll probably cover a little bit more tonight than they will get to in the news anyway. So to jump into mobile apps as we get through this, there's a lot of mobile apps that you can use to save money on groceries. The hard part is keeping track of all of them, so I don't actually encourage folks to try to use every single app that's out there. You'll kind of go crazy trying to upload so many different receipts into all these different apps and keep track of all of that. So what I would recommend is that you maybe pick your top 3 when it comes to the apps that work at all sorts of different stores. So we're going to go through those first, and then there are store-specific apps like Target Cartwheel, CVS, where the store has come up with their own app. Those apps are definitely, to me, kind of the best. If you're going to be in that store, you should definitely be using that store's app. So we will try to get to those store-specific apps as well, but we're going to talk the general apps first. So what I mean by that is there are a number of mobile apps that are actually good no matter where you shop. So that would be, just to list them out for you, Saving Star, and I'll type this into the YouTube chat for everyone too. Saving Star, Ibotta, Checkout 51. Those are the big main 3 apps that are going to work pretty much any store you shop at. They're going to work at Walmart. They're going to work at Target, Family Dollar, Dollar General. Doesn't matter where you're shopping. I can use Saving Star, Checkout 51, and Ibotta. These apps have nothing to do with the store. So for the segment that I actually taped with NBC Nightly News, getting permission, they wanted me to film in a local store. So I called up BuyLow and said, hey, can we come in and film? Their first hesitation is, we don't want this to be TLC's extreme couponing. It's actually kind of easy to say, well, you know what? The topic we're covering isn't really couponing in your store. It's couponing after the store. That's what I want you to think of when you think of Saving Star, Ibotta, and Checkout 51. So all 3 of those, you're going to grab your phone. I'm going to come home. I'm going to line my receipt up, and I'm going to use the phone and take a picture of my receipt. So it may take 2 or 3 pictures to get one whole receipt submitted. It's going to take you about 2 minutes. You're going to need to do one more step, and that's to grab the item that you just bought in the store. For a couple of the apps anyway, you're going to have to scan the barcode to verify the purchase. So one of the deals that I grabbed this past week wasn't this soup, but Campbell's soup. There's $1 off when you buy 2 Well Yes Campbell soups. Plus we have a Publix coupon for $1 off 2 Well Yes Campbell soups, and they're on sale in BuyLow. So I can pair all that together. I can use that coupon in the store and still use that Ibotta coupon with it on top of it. So grabbing 2 soups, using both of those offers together, I'm going to pay 50 cents a can for the Campbell soup. So that's the goal of how you're going to use these apps. Always pairing them with extra offers, because they're really on top of the offers that you can already use. They're on top of the sales. They're on top of the coupons that I already used in the store too. So making sure that I'm doing both of those to save the most money possible. So Sue asked, how do I get these apps? I just got a smartphone from a flip phone and have no clue how to get any of them. So Sue, you can head to the App Store and just start to search for the names. They will also show up in your shopping list on Southern Savers. So as you need them, you could just click through the links as you need them on your phone, and each one of them is automatically going to trigger you to download their app as well. So Ibotta, Checkout 51, Saving Star, they're all free apps. And for folks who don't have a smartphone, by the way, if you've got a tablet and your tablet has a camera, you can run all of these apps. So I don't have to have a smartphone. I don't have to pay for a data plan. I actually can use mobile apps with any device that has a camera. It's still going to work. Checkout 51 and Saving Star, you can also still use their website. I don't even need a device, period, except for a computer. I can still submit a receipt straight to their website. So you're actually okay with those two no matter what you have. So please, no going out and buying one of these just to save money on your groceries. It's not going to cover the bill, I promise. You may, with all the apps put together, save around $100 a month from mobile apps, potentially. That's a lot though. That would be putting it at the high mark. And that's also adding in CVS's mobile app and Cartwheel and all the other store specifics. But the general Saving Star, MobiSave, Checkout 51, you're going to be pushing it to get to the $100 mark of that cell phone bill just from the coupon. So I did not tell you to do that. But Sue, I would start at the App Store for your phone, and that's going to get you, definitely get you started. So Sandy throws out one. Sandy's saying, I use 2 of these. I use Ibotta and Checkout 51. I haven't tried Saving Star. So one thing I want to encourage you guys, Saving Star wise, that's actually the first one I would try. So if anyone is in a mode of like, I can't even begin to process mobile apps, Saving Star potentially for some of you, depending on where you shop, is actually the easiest, because Saving Star has one version of it, depending on where you shop, that you actually do no work. If I shop in CVS, Rite Aid, Food Lion, and a few other participating grocery stores, I can actually link my CVS card straight to the Saving Star app. So all these lovely cards that we have, if I go in and I shop in Food Lion and I hand them my little Food Lion card and I scan this at the register, Saving Star will then be told from Food Lion what I bought. I don't have to do any work. I don't have to submit any receipts. I don't have to do anything. So I would encourage you to go this route and grab the cards for the card stores that run them anyway. Now, not all stores work with a card directly as you're kind of shopping, and you're going to have to work in some stores by submitting the receipt. So in some areas, I'm going to have to take out my receipt, take pictures. Oh, sorry. And then other stores, it's going to work directly by scanning your card. So let's see, someone's having problems. So hopefully folks on YouTube are able to see everything. But Maureen's having some issues. So with Saving Star, Sandy, back to what I was saying, I would encourage you to start there because it's so easy. If anyone is holding out as to where do I get started or which ones should I start with, that's actually the easiest of them all with CVS, Rite Aid, Food Lion. being 3 easy card-specific stores over other stores. Now, obviously, if you're going to shop in Target, Dollar General, I'm going to have to take pictures. There's no card to even begin there. And for some of you, I know you're thinking, well, BuyLow has a card. Some stores have a card, but they still don't work on a card-based system with Saving Star. So some stores, I'm still going to have to submit that receipt anyway. But it's at least worth a shot if you have a card to use that. Nicole's pointing out too a tip: if you use Saving Star, it may block you from using Plenty point offers and vice versa. So with to explain that one for you, for Plenty points and Rite Aid, if I go to Plenty's website, there are some offers on Plenty's website that are actually identical to Saving Star offers. And because of that, I can't run both of them. So either use Saving Star or use the Plenty.com special offers that are on Plenty's website, but you can't use both. So hopefully that will make sense. For most of us though, if you just head in and you just kind of load the typical Saving Star offers that are on SavingStar.com, it's not going to interfere with normal weekly ads in Rite Aid. So it's just going to interfere if I loaded those specific offers from Plenty.com, which are going to be different offers than what most of us are going to be grabbing when we're running around. We're not going to sit there and look for all the different places. So just head in and grabbing what was in the store. You're going to be good to go. And Cam saying the Plenty household offers in this month, and I didn't know that would also affect the Plenty partner offers. It does. And that's what we're talking about with Plenty and Saving Star, is that there is overlap because Saving Star is considered a Plenty partner, and that will throw off some of the other offers that you can't double up basically between Saving Star and Plenty. So let's jump back to other folks. Unless you have a rewards card, right? Let's see. So let's go through Ibotta and Checkout 51 really quick, and then we'll come back into Saving Star a little bit. Well, Cynthia asked one question: did Saving Star stop doing direct card links with Harris Teeter? It seems like I have to submit receipts. Yes. So Harris Teeter is owned by Kroger, and they stopped doing direct card receipt or direct from card information from all Kroger affiliates. So it's not just it's not just BuyLow's, but Publix, BuyLow, all Kroger stores. There's a number of them that have cards that you feel like should work the easy way with Saving Star, but they don't. And the reason they did that, before you get really frustrated that they're not working, but the reason they did that is that those stores realized that they have a privacy policy and that they're not really supposed to share your information with other people, and that these apps that were using direct card information were technically against those privacy policies. So they're trying to come back in line with that. It's a good thing, but an annoying thing for those of us that were using Saving Star the simple way. Hopefully that makes sense. Peggy says, this is an Ibotta question. When I post receipts to Ibotta, my money out of my account disappears. What am I doing wrong? So it's almost like it's backwards, Peggy. You're submitting a receipt and you're losing money from your Ibotta account is what it sounds like is happening. I don't really know. That's a strange one. So normally when you submit receipts and you log in to your Ibotta account, you are going to get, let's see. I stole my mom's phone. Here we go. So if I go into my mom's Ibotta account, this is what happens when I also run to her house last minute to run a Q&A. I steal her house and I steal her phone all in one night. Let's see if it'll load. So when I pull up her account, you can then see inside the account, like withdraw cash. There's her information. She's used it once or twice. I should be pretty proud of her. She's not a big couponer, even though she's my mom. But normally when you submit your receipts, you should see it right there in your withdraw cash within 24 hours. If it's not in your account, obviously you can't withdraw right away. We have to have a $20 saved up. But if you're not seeing that, I would contact them. They have a pretty good support system in their whole system. So going through the help, going to the Help Center, and then from the Help Center, you'll see an email. The Help Center really sends you to their website. Then you'll see an email that you can contact for support. That's the route that I would go. But usually when you submit a receipt through Ibotta, you'll see a success. You've earned this within like 10 minutes. It doesn't really take that long. So it's going to be in your Ibotta account, and then once it's in your Ibotta account and you earn $20, you can get it back. So let's just jump and lump in all of these really quick. So Savings Star, Ibotta, Checkout 51, they all have a receipt-based system, meaning that I went to the store, I bought the items, I used a coupon on the items, I come home and I take a picture of my receipt. When you do that, sometimes you're going to have some fun overlap. So another app that I didn't mention earlier is MobiSave. So we've got some fun overlap with MobiSave right now. MobiSave and Checkout 51 both have had an offer for Ken's salad dressing. Now, I think they've actually met their limit on one of those at this point because it made Ken's salad dressing completely free at Walmart. They don't care that you bought one bottle and you submitted the receipt to both companies. So keep that in mind. I go into Walmart, I buy the bottle, I use a coupon on the bottle, I come home and I submit the same receipt to Checkout 51 and to MobiSave. So maximize your savings by kind of double dipping in that department. Another one that we ran into recently was oh, it's still there. You can still get your Ken salad dressing for MobiSave, and then Checkout 51 if it's still there. But taking advantage of both of them. MobiSave, if I submit it, I actually get it back immediately. It's a PayPal deposit. It's in your PayPal account within a day. So that one's fun. Everybody else does have a threshold that's about $20. So I get $20 back. Checkout 51 will mail me a check. I have $20 in Ibotta. They will send it to me through PayPal or let me get a gift card. You've got a lot of options. Let's go through a couple of deals. And I want you to pretend with me that this is Progresso. I'll cover up the label. Starting Wednesday or Thursday in Publix, depending on where you live, Publix is going to have Progresso broth, buy one, get one. And we have a 75-cent printable coupon. And then we have a 75-cent coupon from Savings Star. I can pair these together. In the end, you're going to get one container. You're always limited on those mobile apps as to how many you can submit. It's just one from the mobile app. But putting those two coupons together, you're going to get completely free Progresso broth. So not this brand, but it's good to have as just a broth, completely free using the mobile app and the printable coupon that you can easily grab that's already up on the Publix list on Southern Savers that starts on Wednesday or Thursday, because that list always goes up on Monday. So you can check out those deals now. That's just an example of why we would want to do this. This is icing on the cake. It's an extra bit of savings, and definitely something that we should be using, if anything, using more than the paper coupons because it takes no work to do it at all. All of those in my book are exactly the same, and the easy way to explain them, if you're trying to explain them to someone else, is that they're like a mail-in rebate, but I didn't have to mail anything. I just come home and I take a picture of my receipt and I submit it. So that's how I would look at it if you're trying to, put your head around it. It's not coming off of the register. It's after the fact. And then when I have enough money saved up, they give it back to me. So those are your options. So Jennifer is asking on the YouTube side, what are my opinions on ShopMam and BerryCart? So two more apps. We've already, just to recap for anyone that's just joining in, three that we've mentioned that are my favorites: Savings Star, Checkout 51, and Ibotta. Two more would be BerryCart and ShopMam that you can add. These are lower on the list for me, Jennifer, and that's mostly because of the things that we're buying. So BerryCart is only organic products, and I don't tend to be a big organic shopper. I've got 5 kids. I will shop for organics later in life. I will feed them right now. That's really the goal. No, but there are some good deals in BerryCart, and you can definitely use it. For me, I tend to see maybe 1 or 2 a month that end up on my shopping list. Like right now, Uncle Sam's cereal we can pair a coupon for the cereal and a coupon from Berry Cart and get it for less than 50 cents a box in most stores. That's a pretty good deal. But that's only one of probably 10 or 15 offers that I'm going to end up using. Now, Shopmium. The reason you won't ever see Shopmium on your shopping list on Southern Savers. It used to be there, and we took it out. We took it out of our database completely, took it off shopping lists completely, so this should tell you where we're going here. It's not that it's a horrible app. The problem with Shopmium in my book is that it was purchased by Coupons.com, and Coupons.com, as soon as they purchased Shopmium, they changed the rules on it, and they will not allow you to submit a Shopmium offer or earn a Shopmium offer if you used a coupon in the store. So they'll negate any offer if they see a coupon used on it. Well, every other app allows you to use a coupon with that app. So I don't know why you would pick the Shopmium offer if I'm going to have a paper coupon, or if I could turn around and use an offer from another site. So it's not one that I really recommend because of that hang up. Much better deals going through Ibotta and Checkout 51, MobiSave, that are allowing you to still stack that paper and that mobile offer together, where Shopmium does not. And the minute they change that rule, it kind of kills the deals. I don't really know why you would want to pick it. A lot of times the paper coupon is a much higher value, so you would always use your paper coupon. I just kind of said, you know what, for the sake of everybody's happiness, and for me to not even waste the time to put it into the database, we're just going to take them out. So not a good opinion there on Shopmium, but Berry Cart's great if you wanted to know that one. Let's see. Can I scan my receipt into my computer once and then reuse the scanned image with several apps? So Kathleen, technically you could if you were using apps on the computer, and there's only 2 websites that let you do that through the computer. So Checkout 51 and Saving Star, you can upload your receipt straight to the computer, but they're the only 2. And everybody else, I'm gonna have to do it through the phone and really do it through their apps. And their apps are gonna walk you through how to take the pictures. The apps actually don't give you the option to pick a picture from your photo library. So because they don't allow you to pick from your photo library, you're really not going to have the ability to take it once and save it. You're going to have to go through the steps each time with the app if you went that route. So Rosalie asks, if you've not used Ibotta for a while, do they charge you a fee for just having the app? I've heard that they do, but I wonder if you know. So Ibotta does, if you don't redeem an offer within 12 months, they will deduct a fee from the amount that is in your account. I think it's just $1, but hopefully you are redeeming an offer within that 12-month period of time. It's not going to be an issue for most of us, so hopefully that will be the case for you. And someone else says, I've had a lot of problems with Saving Star rejecting my receipts. I know my submission was correct. How can I get them to review it again? They also have a pretty good support system, though they take about a week to respond. And we learned that from someone in the past that has been on Hangouts and had a lot of issues. So watching for an issue, emailing them when you're seeing issues like that, but then giving them about a week to answer. But they are pretty good. So I would definitely just go that route. Send them a question, see how they respond. And Elsie is also mentioning with Saving Star, guys, that they do direct to your local bank. So you can just have it sent straight to your checking account, your savings account, if you wanted to, not even needing to deal with PayPal is pretty great. And Michelle even mentions, I love to go back on the receipt history on those apps and see what I've saved over the last month. It's a little fun competition to see if I can beat my own record. That's a great way to keep yourself going too. Definitely to say, you know what, last month we saved $10 with Ibotta. Let's aim for $20 this month. And obviously you're a little bit at the whim of whatever coupons they give you, so that can be a little tricky, but setting that goal to do bigger and better, and the fact that you can see what you've done, that is pretty fun. Sue's asking, how long do you have to scan your receipts? It's a great question. For most of the apps, Sue, it's a week from purchasing. There's one little quirk, and that is Checkout 51. Every Thursday morning / Wednesday night, Checkout 51 loads new offers. And so if I go shopping on Wednesday, I have to submit that receipt on Wednesday. If I go shopping on Thursday, I have a whole week to submit that receipt. But that Wednesday night cutoff means that if I bought any items, I must submit my receipt on Wednesday night. So don't, with Checkout 51, don't think of it as being a week. It's really, you got to think of that cutoff. So that kind of answers Cynthia's question too. So Saving Star, Ibotta, most of them, it is 7 days within the purchase. It must be within the last 7 days. MobiSave, Trisha, you have spelled it correctly. It's just all one word, MOBI, save, all one word, and you're good. Let's see. I think we're almost caught up. Everyone was helping answer. So do we have an Android or an, PJ's asking if someone else has an Android or iPhone. So yes, you just want to head to your app store. They're in all the app stores, and some of them are on the Amazon store, but not a lot of them. So if you've got an Amazon Fire and you're trying to put them on there, you may be a little limited as to what apps are available on the Amazon store for the Amazon Fire. And Melanie has a great point. These apps don't work on everything you buy. They only work on particular items. So like I mentioned, one of the deals that I grabbed for the news is Campbell's Well Yes soup. So I can't go and grab Progresso. I'm not going to get anything back from that. I have to buy the specific deals that they mention. And sometimes those are really specific. Right now, I think it's Ibotta has a number of offers for Dunkin' Donuts coffee creamer, and they're flavored out. There's a different coupon for every single flavor. So if you love coffee creamer, you can buy 5 different coffee creamers, all a different flavor, and submit that 5 times because each coupon is different. So sometimes it's really, really specific. A lot of times it's just the brand. So this broth that isn't Swanson's, the Progresso broth, it doesn't matter what kind of broth you buy, it's just Progresso broth. You're going to get 75 cents back, but you do still have to make sure that you're using the right product in general. And Barbie asks, is there produce savings? Yes. There are general produce, so 25 cents back on any bananas, 25 cents back on potatoes, and those change as to what the offers are. Every week on Tuesday, we see a new offer on Saving Star. They call it their healthy offer of the week, and they change it every Tuesday, so it'll be good for the whole week through next Monday. Currently, it's tomatoes. We'll see what it is in the morning for the next product for Saving Star. So we see lots of different produce offers. They're not super high value, but for me, the bananas, as an example, were on sale and buy low this week for 49 cents a pound, and I had an offer for 25 cents back on bananas. That's technically 50% off of 1 pound of bananas. It's not a ton, but it's something. So taking advantage of those. One other option, Barbie, or for anyone that is a regular Whole Foods shopper, that can be a good way to save on produce, is that Whole Foods has a store-specific app. And in their app, they actually put out some really great $5 off of $10 worth of produce, $5 off of $15 worth of meat. So taking advantage of some store-specific apps to save on produce and to save on meat can be a bigger way to go. So let's jump into store-specific on that side too, because we've talked the Checkout 51 and the Ibottas, Saving Star, MobiSave, all of those. So some store-specific ones that I would definitely grab. In particular, the big 3, I guess, Cartwheel, so Target's app, and Target has now lumped Cartwheel into their main Target app, though it still kicks you out to Target. They haven't fully done a good integration yet, but Target Cartwheel and the Target app have a lot of Target-specific coupons in them. Cartwheel, if you've never used it, let's see how good my mom is. Let's see whether or not she has Cartwheel on her phone. No, oh, she's telling me she doesn't. She's in the other room. She's been caught. So if I regularly shop in Target, Cartwheel has about 600 offers. I load them on my phone, and they actually can scan your phone right at checkout and will take those offers off at the register. And Cartwheel gives you discounts on things all over the store. 5% off of milk, 25% off of something else. Tons of different offers. Those offers can still be paired with paper coupons, and then can still even be paired with the Saving Stars and Moby Saves and Ibotta and all the other things. So you want to be using those Cartwheel offers. CVS has a lot of in-app offers as well if you're regularly in CVS. Plus, they will email you more that you can send straight to your phone also. So for me, every Thursday, I get an email from CVS. I've got $5 off my next $25 purchase, or $5 off of razors, $3 off of cosmetics. These are all in the app. So grabbing your store-specific app is an extra way to save. And then Whole Foods, who I just mentioned. A few other stores have come out with apps, but they aren't necessarily any different than what you could also get on the store's website. They aren't something that is magical enough that I need to keep in my hand. So Target Cartwheel, I want to keep that in my hand. That's a ton of savings when I'm in Target. CVS, it's a ton of extra savings that I'm not going to have if I don't have the app with me. But Kroger, Publix, some of those stores, they all have store apps. They do have access to their coupons in their apps, but you could get access to those coupons on their website as well. So I don't know that you have to have 90 bajillion apps. But if I were to limit it, Target and CVS are kind of must-haves because of the coupons that are in there that I can't get anywhere else. Let's see. What about Walmart's app? So Laura, to be fair and honest to you, I'm not a big Walmart girl. I've got a long way to go to catch up with you guys. I'm trying, Facebook folks. Y'all are keeping me hopping. So Laura asks, what about Walmart's app? And honestly, Laura, I'm not a big Walmart fan. I don't shop in Walmart a ton. If you want to use their app, you're mostly using it for Savings Catcher. And with Savings Catcher, honestly, you're going to get a better deal by just going to the store that had that item on sale. So the tricky part with Savings Catcher in Walmart, it's their new version of price matching. And I've actually seen some frugal living sites that are still mentioning price matching in Walmart. There are no Walmarts that still price match. And if you're finding that your store's letting you at the register, then you're in a really rare world because they've changed the corporate policy. So all price matching is moved to the Savings Catcher app. Difficult part here, they took meat and produce out, period. Savings Catcher does not compare meat and produce with any other local store. So I'm already going to get a better deal by going somewhere else for meat and produce, but I'm also going to get a better deal by going other places because of coupon policies and other things in other stores. So I'm not a big Walmart girl, but if you're there, Savings Catcher can be a way to save on what you already grabbed if you want to use it. Honestly, Laura, I do have the Walmart app on my phone, and the only reason I use it is that you can use the app to pull up what the price for a certain item is in your store. So if I see a new coupon, I can write a quick post without having to drive to Walmart. I know what the price of that item is. It's like my research, but I wouldn't necessarily use it in the store to save any extra money. What about Kellogg's and their new points? Any tips for uploading receipts? So Hallie, I would recommend with the Kellogg's Family Rewards that you treat it just like Checkout 51 and Savings Star. When I've already got my receipt lined up, that I do that same thing for them. You can also submit those receipts online. It doesn't have to be through their app. It's not as simple as entering the code. I kind of wish that they weren't leaving the code system, but I would just get in that habit. I already have my receipt out. I'm already doing all my other receipt things, and I'm going to do Kellogg's with it. So treat it like an app, even though it's not really, but it is giving you points. And those Kellogg's Family Rewards points, people complain about them because it takes $800 to earn a coupon, but it's still $1 off of whatever you're going to buy, and it's usually on sale. That's why we're buying it. So you shouldn't pass up your Kellogg's points. You should earn them, and you should use them for coupons because they're really high value coupons. For folks that were having issues with Savings Star, someone else on Facebook said they have to email Savings Star every time they make a submission. So you're not alone. Just contacting their customer service is definitely going to help. Let's see. So to list out again, Jennifer's asking the savings apps that I've recommended so far: Checkout 51, Ibotta, Savings Star, and MobiSave. Those are the 4 main apps. Ibotta, Checkout 51, Savings Star, MobiSave, that you're going to see matched in on your Southern Savers shopping lists. Not to mention as well Cartwheel and the CVS app. But those 4 are the main ones that I would recommend that you keep up with to pair on top of the other offers that you're already using. So Dawn's asking a not mobile question, which is great. That's fine. TV deals. Missed all the deals at Christmas and heard that the Super Bowl is the next best time to buy a TV. What would you recommend if I'm in the market for a new TV? So Dawn, it really depends on what you're watching. 4K is the new thing on the market, and you can definitely find some deals on them, but I don't necessarily know that you need it. So I don't know that I would run out and spend the extra money for 4K over an HD, because you don't have a 4K Blu-ray player. Those puppies cost a good $300, and you have to pay more for 4K Netflix and other things. So most of us are still going to be just in the HD world. We're not entering the 4K world. You can go there if you want to, but we will see deals, you're right, around the Super Bowl, and really even we saw some this weekend. Anytime you've got a 3-day weekend, stores love to pull out any type of appliance and large electronic deal, because they just feel like you might spend some extra money on your day off. But you'll definitely see some the whole week before the Super Bowl too. So hold out maybe another week and then start to look for those deals. You're going to see some good ones, hopefully. What about printing coupons from phones, iPads, and any types of tablets? I have trouble printing anything but from my computer. So to print from a mobile device first requires a printer that is AirPrint compatible. So make sure that your printer has that compatibility. Apple does have a long list of what printers are AirPrint compatible on their website. So check out the list and make sure your printer is on it. If it's not, it isn't going to work. It doesn't matter what your workaround is. Nothing is going to come from that printer, I promise. So if the option is to get another printer, maybe you go that route. If it is AirPrint compatible, then it's making sure that the phone has that working. So download the AirPrint app, download even maybe an app for the printer. So Brother has an app that you can download if you've got a Brother printer. Hammermill is another app that can help you set up your printer, and then go that route. Never test and get a printer working with coupons. Test and get a printer working with something else. Print a Southern Savers shopping list. Print an email, making sure that they're connected, because if I try to print a coupon and it doesn't print, I end up with nothing. I'm not going to get another print on the coupon. The coupon's going to think it came and I'm not going to get it. So that would be my big warning, is never test with coupons. Only go to print coupons when you know that it's working. So let's see. I think I'm mostly caught up. What are the best grocery stores to get these deals? I live within walking distance from a Publix and a Kroger. So Vanessa, you're going to see some great deals at both of those. Publix and Kroger are great stores. I tend to like Publix more because of all their buy one, get ones. And I compare coupons with that. I compare the mobile coupon with that. It's already 50% off. That said, Kroger's mega events can be really great times to be in Kroger as well. So if they're not running a mega event, this week being that, this week's kind of an off, kind of boring week at Kroger, then it's definitely a go to Publix kind of week. That would be my big answer for you there. So maybe it's a little bit of both as to how you choose to shop. Trisha says, what about Walgreens? Walgreens does have an app. Their app doesn't have any magical coupons that aren't available on the site, though. I could still go to Walgreens' site, load those coupons, and head to the store and shop. I don't actually need the app to help me shop in the store or to get any additional savings. You can definitely grab it. I'm all for store-specific apps if you're regularly in there, but I just don't want you to waste a bunch of apps. I am a low app kind of girl. I have them all in little pockets on my phone and everything's organized. It actually drives my husband crazy because he has about 400 apps. We're just very different people. So for me, if I find that I'm not using the app, it's gone. I'm not going to hold on to it. It's taking up magical space that I feel like is full. And if you're in my boat and you are a little app OCD person, then Walgreens wouldn't make the list because it doesn't have anything magical. Cynthia, the NBC segment got pushed. It got pushed to tomorrow. There was some breaking news. I've always said in the news world that bad news trumps good news. So something in the news world trumped us. We got pushed to tomorrow, but it will be on national news. It's the NBC with Lester Holt. That Eastern is 6:30 or 5:30 Central. So that's when you want to check it out. So it's pretty fun. Kind of excited about it. Hopefully we don't get pushed to tomorrow night. Can we just have one day with no bad news? That would be great. What was the app for organic items? Berry Cart. So Erin jumped in, Donna, and already answered it for you. Berry Cart's a great one if you shop regularly just for organic products. And when it first came out, it only worked in Whole Foods and some select organic retailers, but it now works everywhere. You're kind of good. Molly says Wi-Fi printers do not work. They will work. A Wi-Fi printer will work if it's AirPrint compatible. So I have a Brother printer that is a Brother Wi-Fi black and white laser printer, but it's older. It's a 2200 model. Turns out all the 2200 models are not AirPrint compatible. The newer 2300 AirPrint models are. So it's just making sure you have that newer technology to actually work with an iPhone or an iPad. That's the hard part. Now that Wi-Fi printer, just to drive me crazy, will work great with my husband's Android. It just won't work with my iPhone. Shanna's asking, what about crockpots versus other brands? I'm looking for one now. Shanna, I don't know that it matters what brand you pick. I have an actual crockpot. My mom has a Bella, I think is the name of hers. I gave it to her for Christmas a couple years ago, so trying to remember. For me, it's all about the deal. So honestly, Shanna, though, I know you're already in Bed Bath & Beyond, but I might hold off and head to Kohl's. I don't know if I can use the internet at the same time as I'm trying to stream, but right now Kohl's, if you're looking for something online, they have a 20% off code for anyone. Plus they are running Kohl's Cash, and I love it when they do that. It's like Black Friday all over again because you can pair those together. So I can get 20% off of a crock pot and then still earn Kohl's Cash on top of it. And it's going to usually make for a better deal than you would get anywhere else, especially with that extra Kohl's Cash paired in. Let's see. Lauren says, I have trouble getting coupons from Kellogg's Rewards to print from my phone. Is the Kellogg's Rewards site not compatible to print from an iPhone? You know, those coupons run through the coupons.com platform, so they should work on mobile. I'm surprised that they're not. Are these the ones, Lauren, though, and you can leave this in a comment for me, are they the ones that you're using actual reward dollars to print, or are they the ones that are just the general coupons on the Kellogg site? Because the general coupons should definitely work on a mobile phone, especially if other coupons are already working. But the ones that are rewards, so you use your points and you earned those coupons, they run through a different processing system. The Bricks process, it's still owned by coupons.com, but it's a different software. And those potentially could not work mobile. I could see that because of the software differences. But if it's just the general, the 8 that are right there on Kellogg's Family Rewards, I don't need any points for them. They should work on mobile. And I may reach out to Kellogg's and just let them know, hey, I'm having trouble with this. They may already know that. So let's see. So lots of people are chiming in too. What about Shopkick? So Melanie, that's a great question. I am not a huge Shopkick's fan, though a lot of people are. The problem for me is that Shopkick never recognizes that I'm in a store. I could be all the way in the back of the store. I could be in the stock room. It will never recognize that I have entered Target, and it drives me slap crazy. So I've given up on trying to keep up with Shopkicks and trying to leave it on. It also bothers me because it kills my battery, and I already told you I'm a little bit of an OCD phone person, so because it's constantly running in the background. So you're going to have to turn it off and turn it back on, or turn on that tracking side of it if that bothers you too. But that's my trouble. Ergen saying he deleted Shopkick years ago too. You know, it's all about efficiency for me. Am I really saving enough money for the amount that you're going to kill my battery, or the amount that it's going to work? And so for me, if you give me trouble a few times, you're gone. You got cut, and you didn't make the list. Let's see. So someone's asking about Target Cartwheel Perks. I've been hearing a lot about them. So Target Perks was rolled out as a trial program in certain cities and is now being moved to availability in other areas, but it is still on an invitee basis. So it's not in all areas yet, but it is part of the new Target app. As you buy things in the store, as you redeem Cartwheel coupons in the store, you will earn points, and then you use those points to get rewards for Target. So just that's how it's going to work. It is inside of the Target app. It used to be inside of its own Red Perks app, but they've blended it together in the Target app. Just know that it's not in all cities yet. So if we all go and we all try to find it, you're going to be looking pretty hard if you're not in one of the select Red Perks areas yet. Allison says, on Southern Savers, is there a page or a post that details what order we should use our coupons, cards, etc. in different stores? I'm newer and I don't have that order memorized yet. So in general, Allison, cards for most stores need to be used first. And that's usually in the store policy. So Bi-Lo, Kroger, these stores all specifically state in their coupon policy that you must give your card first. Occasionally, you know, you can, for me, a lot of times my purse ends up buried underneath all the groceries and I got to work to get to the cards. They understand on that one. But this has to be the first step in a lot of stores, just to follow the coupon policy. From there, it really doesn't matter the order that you give things in, except if you've got a coupon for $10 off of your $50 purchase or something like that, I want to always use that coupon first when my total is $50, so that coupon's applying, and then all of my others. And that's going to be really important in Target. If Target runs a coupon in the Sunday paper, or I have a mobile offer for $15 off of any household purchase of $50 or more, and we see these on a regular basis, well, once I use all my other coupons, my total is not going to be $50. So I definitely want to use that off a total purchase coupon first, and then go ahead and use everything else. Really no rhyme or reason as to when those need to be used, just that total purchase first. And then you're going to come home and submit all your other apps. So that's just the general process for how those are going to come off in this store. Let's see. Hey, Mama, this isn't plugged in. Would you mind plugging in the? It's not on. So we're gonna lose power here in a second. Hopefully we won't. Let's see. Yeah, and Shanna's answering too on that Shopkicks one. I'm glad I'm not alone, guys. I'm glad this isn't my own frustration. That when she tries to do Harris Teeter, it says she's next door in CVS. You know, it's just kind of the general process of how things work sometimes, is that it doesn't always work for everybody, and that's definitely not one for me. Do I know anything about the Acorns savings app? So there are a lot of apps that are kind of do the same thing. These are all about investing small little bits together. And that's what Acorn is. I'm trying to think of all the other brands that are out there, but it's basically taking your spare change from purchases that you make. Acorn started by being just from purchases you make in the iTunes store. I don't know if they've started doing others as well. But if I, buy coffee and I pay with Apple Pay or anything like that, they round up to the nearest dollar and then they take it and they invest that for you. You can do that if you want. You can do it yourself. I would just pay attention to where you're investing and pay attention to fees. That's going to be anybody's answer when it comes to investments. Okay, we're good. Thank you. So just paying attention, I guess, in terms of where that money is going. Honestly, for you, I think the better option over doing spare change is for you to make the concerted effort to say, you know what, we're going to put $30 a month into savings or $50 a month into savings. The point with the spare change apps is that hopefully you won't think about the cost side of things. But honestly, I think people need to think about the cost side of things on savings. Savings needs to be like a concerted effort that we put into things versus the 10 cents additional on the coffee. Now, if you're going to do that and you already are concerted effort on your savings, that's great. And this is just over and above. But I wouldn't make this the primary way that you're saving either. So there can be some fun extra savings from apps like that. Just don't make it your only savings. Maybe it's like a little soapbox, I guess. Okay, so other apps in terms of mobile apps that I wanted to touch on briefly. Oh, and Jeremy's also mentioning Stash is a good one, and you can pick and choose. So yeah, there are a lot. Acorns and Stash are probably the two biggest ones that most folks are hearing about right now. But again, it's not your only primary method of savings. Deborah says, I can't find the coupon matchups for the Publix flyers anymore. How can I find them? They should be on the Publix page for Southern Savers. A new one just came out this week. Yes. So if you head to just southernsavers.com/Publix, there are 5 current lists of deals because we have the new Publix ad that's up in a couple days up as well. But there's currently a personal care and a grocery flyer that are both running through next week, and those are all on the site. If you're on mobile, Deborah, you may not notice it, but on mobile, that is a green bar, and there's a little drop-down arrow in the corner, and you can select other lists, but we don't have them all as tabs on mobile because they don't fit. But they're there, I promise. Oh, thanks, Jill. I'm glad. It always makes me happy when you guys want to share Southern Savers with other folks. It means I'm doing something right. So I hope that it stays that way for you too. Chrissy says, what's my opinion on Flip? So Flip would be the app that you can use to kind of look at weekly ads. I'm pretty sure is most of how you're going to do that. It doesn't necessarily have anything amazing inside of it other than weekly ads. You can make a grocery list in it if you want to as well. I don't know that it's anything magical that you have to have on your phone, Chrissy, unless you want weekly ads. I'm not a big, I must look at the ad kind of person. I honestly just use the Southern Savers lists. I mean, I took the time to make them, so I might as well use them. So that would be my focus. But if you love to see ads in front of you, you want to see the new ads without getting out the Sunday paper, Flip can be a great way to do that. Let's see. Oh, and Jill says she loves Flip too. So then you're not alone, Chrissy. You've got a couple folks that are using it. How do I tell on the Southern Savers app or just on Southern Savers in general if an insert is totally expired? So Shanna, a tip, head to the coupon database on Southern Savers. And from the coupon database, if you type in the date of the insert and the abbreviation of the insert, so I have to think of my dates to be able to come up with one. If we want to go way back, so it's usually 3 months is about the time that an insert expires. So we could go to like 11/13. Let's see, and do SS 11/13. Oh, we still have a lot in 11/13. 20 coupons are still good in 11/13. But just that SS and a date is going to tell you how many are still good. So let's try 11/06. And dates are 2-digit dates, by the way. So SS 11/06. Typing that in, it tells me there are 14 coupons that are still good in the SS 11/06, but you get the idea. So RP 11/06, PG. Now the Procter & Gamble's expire at the end of the month every time, but that's the easy way to tell if an insert is totally expired. If the coupon database doesn't show anything, then that insert has completely expired. Molly, I am still traveling and doing coupon classes. I'm working on setting up a lot of them all over the Southeast. I currently have some that are already live on the workshops page and on the Southern Savers event page, or Southern Savers Facebook events. So we're outside of Montgomery, working on setting one up in Augusta. I have one tomorrow night in Columbia if you live in this general area. But I'm up for coming anywhere. So if you want me to come to your general area, the only thing I need help with is finding a place to hold the workshop. Any updates on the Walgreens Rite Aid merger? I noticed that the Walgreens Balance Rewards now cover the cost of tax as well. So Ergen, I have not heard any updates on that merger. I also, to confess, haven't looked either. So I know it was on the list for a long time and people were saying it was going to happen. Yeah, according to even investors, it hasn't actually gotten FTC approval yet. So it's still on the back burner. So when you Google it, they're saying the FTC is set to make decisions, that they were waiting until after the inauguration. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens, but it hasn't actually happened. Let's see. Oh, and how much do workshops cost? So they're $10 a person / couple. So if you want to bring your husband, he's free. I think any husband who comes to a coupon class should be free. They're pretty awesome for that. But it's $10, and then I use that to cover our travel costs and printing costs. Everybody gets a workbook, and any other costs associated with renting a location, whatnot. So that's the general cost for a workshop if you can make it. Okay, any other questions? You guys have kept me going tonight. A few other apps that I wanted to get to. We've jumped all around, but I didn't want to miss a fun one. And Heather wants me to rename them. So to rename them for you, Heather, yes. And you can always go back and rewatch too if you're really curious and you want to hear about them. But my favorites for anyone that just joined in, Checkout 51, Ibotta, Saving Star, and MobiSave are the 4 main ones that show up on your shopping list that I use on a regular basis. Other than that, Target Cartwheel and the CVS and Whole Foods apps are store-specific apps that will save you more, that have specific coupons in them that I can't get anywhere other than the app. Now, some other fun places. I did a post on this a while ago, but there is a post on Southern Savers that is 10 apps that will save you money on food. So to check out that, and I'll stick that in the comments here in a section, or in a moment too, just so you can find it easier. But those would be 10 mobile apps to grab that are just good for fast food items. And they're kind of fun. So you can get free donuts at Krispy Kreme. You can earn free burritos at Moe's, all of those types of things. I am all for a rewards-based app that gets me free food anytime I'm traveling. Chick-fil-A is a fun one. We don't ever go through the drive-thru anymore. We always use the Chick-fil-A app to order and then run inside and pick it up. Because with a family of 7, one Chick-fil-A order ends up meeting the next reward. So we always have a treat waiting for us in the Chick-fil-A app. So kind of going that route, if you are an app person, you'll enjoy the perks of ordering through apps and the rewards that you can get them as well. So Shanna's saying, I'm worried about Harris Teeter changes. Any more news on that? We haven't seen anything. The only thing I think we're going to see this year, Shanna, is less super doubles events. I don't think we're going to see them as often as we saw last year. What we ended up seeing last year was, instead of a lot of week-long events, we saw a lot of shortened weekend events. And I think that was the telltale sign of what's coming. So that will be the big change, if anything. And then I do expect a change at some point with their e-coupons, but we haven't seen anything yet. And any word on Blossomgate? No, Erin, we are still struggling with the mobile app not displaying correctly. I will give you a hint. Our solution is that we're actually working on a redesign of this site. So Southern Savers design is from 2010, which in web world is like ancient. So we're working on trying to do a redesign that is responsive, which means that as you shrink the screen down, it changes the format. Versus right now we have two completely different formats. We have a main site and a mobile app. And it's just not, for some reason, when we did a big upgrade of the back end, it isn't happy. So we're still working on that. And hopefully we'll get it fixed soon. Yes, and Jill's throwing out another good free one. And so the 7-Eleven app, the QT app, a lot of gas stations have great ways to save on coffee and other things when you're out and about in your car. So definitely worth grabbing those local apps for saving on food. Rosalie says, on Southern Savers, do I only post the stuff that's 40% off at more at Publix? That's my goal, Rosalie. I do not type the entire Publix weekly ad or buy low. I only type the items that are a great deal. And some of them may make the list if they had a great coupon, but most of them are going to make the list because they are on sale. There's always going to be the rare moment where you have a buy one, get one coupon and it's going to make anything a deal. But most of the time, if it made the list, it's because of the sale, and then we start matching in coupons on it. And then Cam's asking again, what's the way to check for outdated inserts? So Cam, it's you actually can nix the year. It's just typing in SS 1106 is all you need to do, or RP 1106. So no year is needed, just the abbreviation of the insert and the date in that order, and it will always work for you on the database to tell you whether or not an insert has expired or not. Okay, so, and Dorothy's saying, I love Kroger points for discounted gasoline. I am all for it as well, Dorothy. Just don't make that be what you're loyal to Kroger for, because their gas points are kind of the worst in the grocery industry. You're going to get about a $3 savings for every $100 that you spend in Kroger, so it's not really worth it in the end. Buy Low and other stores like that actually have a bigger savings. And Publix, when they run those coupons in the front of the Publix weekly ad for $10 off of a $50 gas station gift card, that's actually the best option. That's 20% off your gas right there. So while I love Kroger, just want to point that out. It's a tiny little soapbox for me because I know a lot of folks who shop at Kroger only to get their fuel points. And in reality, it's not actually the best deal. So just to make sure you knew that one, but you shouldn't miss out. If you're already in the store, you should definitely be taking advantage of them. Okay, well, we hit our 9:30 mark. We're going to go ahead and cut it there. Join me again next week, same time, probably not the same place. I won't invade my mom's house next week, but always 8:30 Monday nights, not quite sure what we'll always talk about, but you can always email me if you have a specific topic that you want me to cover as well. So send me an email, jenny@southernsavers.com. Or you can send me a Facebook message as well. And Dorothy, I guess, yeah, we'll let you out. We'll let you off the hook. You can totally shop at Kroger. There are no Publixes in East Texas, and there probably won't be ever. They have a long way to go till they get to you. But hopefully you can save a ton in the Kroger stores that you do have. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. I'm going to stick in above the videos when we're done in both places links to where you can go and find all of these apps that we also mentioned. So if you're kind of just catching up or you tuned in late, you can still get caught up on all of those too. You guys have a great week, and I'll talk to you next week.